EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
On first down, Howell. And incomplete to open things up. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it'll be second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Howell throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Five. Come get some. He don't want it. No. Yes. Hey, Sam off. Hey, Echo. Check 99.
From the gun, Howell. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Come on, set. 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie.
On second down, Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. 2nd and 2. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pull it high. Leo. Rock it. Hey, Alpha. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Howell airs this out for Matthews. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
218, chop it. Look, squeeze. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 24. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 24.
Ready. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Howell under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Throwing on 3rd and long. Howell able to find Isabella. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Whip. Watch the whip. 1st and goal at the protein. Hey, Delta. Yep.
From the gun, Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Both sevens to Mike. Both sevens to Mike. Exit. 47 to Mike, boy. 47. Check. Let's go.
Second and 6. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's third and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's caught. It's Thomas. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Check it back.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Ready, set.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yeah. 10-2 stop.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Watch the shit. Check. Look at me. Go. Go.
From the gun, Howell. This one caught by Isabella. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. Here's Sanders. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw on 3rd down, Herbert. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones,
They'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
2nd and 3. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Howell. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now Sanders. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Hey.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Howell. Flush to his right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the 1st half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Back to throw. Howell. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And he is Isabella with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We got this.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Set, ready? Hey, high 7. Set, go. Shoot.
Off the play fake. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Ready. 47, Mike 47. Coming. 5.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Leo. He's coming. Rock it. Now. Crouch. Watch twist.
To throw again. Howell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find his man on the outside. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Topper! Bravo! Look at me. Zipper! Switch! Undercrush, undercrush. Look, squeeze. Quick dash. Go. Say 2.
2nd and 1. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. Yes. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Go.
From the gun, Herbert. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, QB, come on. Watch twitch. Shift.
2nd and 9 now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line.
18 Gator. Check. 47. Marcus, go. 47, Mike. Smooth. Mike, 47. Hey, check.
from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
To throw on second down. Herbert, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Cardinals take over the 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Yep. 47, check back 47. Go out. Hard.
2nd and 4. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert, it's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. On 1st and 10, Herbert gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted But it winds up falling incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Go now. 8, read. Hey, pick it up, defense. Go. Now.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go. Watch the motion. Hey, exit. 5-2, Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Let's go.
From the gun, Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Under 10. Go. Hey, rock it.
Throwing on 1st down. Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check 37. Hey, watch it. 25. Look at me. Door. Check nickel. 5.
Operating from the gun, Howell. Being chased out left. And he hits his man, Matthews. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
15 Ready?
From the gun, Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Kamara. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
2nd down and inches. He finds his target. It's Matthews. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey!
2nd and 2. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
6-6, pull it high. Rock it. Bang, 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 bang. Check 31, check 31, check 3, check 3. Look, squeeze. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Lucky. Roll out. 6, hard. Check 4. Look at me. Zipper. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Howell. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
64, weak. Stand. Yes. Big grip.
On fourth down, Howell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, the safety, boot of Baker, there to force the incompletion. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 32 on the play. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Watch the run.
Get it. Kamara trying again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Herbert looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Hey, lock it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Armstrong. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. Hey, watch. Look at me. Door. Let's go. Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Arizona, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.